Yes?
Oh, hi, Jim. Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting about green transportation right now.
What, right now?
Right now!
Let's manage this.
I'm gonna take a cab.
I need to get to City Hall right away! Go!
I'm gonna walk. Infilling has become a lot more prominent in Ottawa. That's why streets like Richmond here are getting a lot more backed up by traffic. Now it's easier to take public transit or walk or bike than to drive.
In the United States of America, there are more suburbs, and that's why people have to drive. A place like here, Westboro, it's easier to walk or take the bus or bike.
1,600 kilometers of sidewalks in Ottawa. In Europe, everything is more dense. It's easier to walk everywhere.
So before a city decides to do something, they have to make reports and studies. And after these studies are given to the city by the Transportation Committee, only then decisions can be made.
These committees are run by city councillors, and I know just the person to talk to.
What about walking facilities? Are there any future plans for?
We're doing a study of the downtown area called. It's downtown mobility. That's what it's about. And what this is looking at pedestrians and cycling in the whole of the downtown area, so that we can put our budgets to putting in facilities where they're going to be most useful. We have a little pedestrian area that we're doing at the end of William Street in the market as part of this as well, which is some of the businesses don't like it. They want to have more people parking, but what it does is it enhances it for pedestrians in the market, because there's a lot of pedestrian traffic in here. But with the opening of the light rail, there's going to be pedestrian movement to get to the stations, and the light rail program itself puts in sort of little plazas at the stations to get in, but we have to have how are you going to get to those. So we're doing this overall study, the whole downtown area right now, and it will tie together with the bike lanes we're doing on Laurier and how those will be extended. They put the bridge going over the Ottawa River will then lead on to Somerset Street East and end up at the campus, Ottawa U, and then we have a bike lane going through the campus area to get to the Valor Bridge, the Corkstown Bridge, which is a pedestrian cycling bridge over the canal, and will tie in up towards the Laurier. So there's some work being done on a lot of these type of things.
I'm gonna bike.
Just a few months ago, the city developed this separate bike path right here, going through all of Laurier. So green.
Creating the Laurier bike lane. Is that
That's
positive effect?
We had a lot of trouble with some of the residents over there, I will tell you. We had a meeting that went on from 9:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night because of that issue. But a lot of people are using it. And it has surpassed what we thought we'd get for riders on bike riders on it. And the result of that, we're actually, in our budget, we're looking at putting more money into creating bike areas, filling in particularly the gaps. The problem sometimes is the bike lane ends suddenly, and then where do you go? You have to go in the mixed traffic then, and it's sometimes big. So we have a study we're just finishing on a location for a pedestrian bike crossing over the Rideau River, roughly at the end of Somerset. Because it's not. Close across actually to Donald Street, yeah, roughly there. And we're looking at funding that for design next year. So if we have the money the year after that to build it, these bridges are expensive. Yeah.
There's 6,000 kilometers of roads in Ottawa.
I'm gonna drive. I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. Whoa! I hate traffic! Traffic everywhere in the city. Oh my God, what is this?
Okay, we've been living here for, I guess it's 11 and a half years, and we lived in a house 2 doors down, but we haven't had any real problem with the noise here. Particularly, it's helped with the barrier, the cement 5-meter barrier. But even before that, it wasn't really that bad. It's great to live in a dead end, which I didn't mention before. And
Do you think
frankly, when the windows were closed, aside from some massive trucks coming by, and just remember, which you would hear, otherwise you really wouldn't hear it. And when we were in our backyard, it felt like the ocean going by.
Yeah. Do you think there's more traffic now than there was before?
I'm not sure. I think there's slower traffic now. Put it that way, because
More congestion?
Because of so many people moving out to Canada and stuff, and then at Carling, Kirkwood turning into a 3-lane.
Right.
You know, if there was a 4-lane all the way, I don't think the issue would be quite as much. So particularly people there, but you start feeling it even further up. Again, that's one of the things the barrier has helped.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? Okay.
Thanks.
I'm gonna carpool.
Hey,
Where
are you going to
go?
I need to go to City Hall.
You want a carpool?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Get in.
Thanks.
Okay, we're here. That was fast.
Yeah.
Want a carpool every day?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What is your main focus on creating so the commuters and drivers use other methods of transportation other than cars? What is
The way is to have your transit system very efficient, and it's not as efficient as it used to be. With the changes that have been made, and that has been a bit of a concern. People work downtown. A lot of them do use the bus. So they have an express bus that goes in their community right to downtown. It's very convenient, pretty fast. All day see, and people going to other locations as well. Park and rides are also part of all of getting people to use transit rather than using cars. And the transit increase, there's been a major increase in transit ridership. It's 6.4% over a year, which is a lot more than our growth in population. And in Canada, I was told it was 10%. So there are getting more people that are using transit than before.
do you think?
I'm gonna take the bus.
Can I get 4 bus tickets, please? That'll be $60. What? That's a ripoff.
The city has 31 kilometers of road dedicated to buses. Can you believe it?
There's a lot of rapid transit bus stations in Ottawa for people's convenience.
Think about new hybrid buses and double deckers.
New hybrid buses, the new light rail thing built with tunnel under downtown.
Yeah. Can you support it? Okay. Well,
I haven't been on a bus since Nam.
Ottawa has a huge network of transit ways where buses can have their own route. The cars have no access. A good management from the city. There you go. Buses ride freely.
the city has separate bus and taxi lanes. city developed the paratransport.
Did you come here by bus?
Yes, it is.
Good.
We were on the train.
I came by bus this morning. I came in on went to the parking ride and came in by bus.
Nice buses. You know the new buses, are they all hybrid or some of them?
No, the ones that we use downtown are hybrid. The bus hybrids work on braking power. So you have to be, if you're in a downtown area where they're stopping and starting a lot, you get a lot of benefit from it. If you're on the highway, like when on the bus only lanes out through the greenbelt, you don't get any benefit at all. So we have a group of hybrid buses we bought, and they're bought particularly for downtown roads, where there's a lot of stopping and starting. And we bought the newer, more efficient engines for on the transit way in places where they're going at higher speeds. The hybrids work best at lower speeds with lots of stop and start.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Jim Watson. How are you?
You good? How are you? So what I propose is making this light rail transit, you know? I was thinking we could put it through downtown and going from Tony's Pasture to Blair. That'd be a good idea, eh? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I was also thinking about getting some hybrid buses for running downtown.
Yeah, I was also thinking that we could create these separate lanes for buses, you know, where buses would go in that lane during rush hour. No cars can go on that lane, you know.
Yep, that sounds good.
Your main focus for developing
Right. Well, a big part of it is light rail. Because the light rail will reduce emissions a great deal because it's going to be electric system.
So the light rail is going to start Tony's Pasture, go all the way to Blair, underground through downtown, making a new transitway. Forward the light rail.
The O train, the long run plan shows the connecting link into the airport. When we convert that to light rail, that won't be for a while. The idea of extending the O train is it gives immediate service. It's relatively inexpensive compared to building a new light rail. It is a diesel system, so it does have some pollutants, but it's a pretty efficient system, and it carries a lot of people.
The city used this whole train track for the O train. I haven't been on a train since Nam. It's beautiful.
The O train is a diesel-powered light train. It goes through from Bayview Station through Carling, University, all the way to Greenboro. It's a fairly green method of transportation, if you ask me.
In the meantime, we are getting buses that are much more efficient ones that have a lot less pollution. We have a number that are hybrids. We're actually developing a whole hybrid fleet for our staff as well to do it. We're also changing the way in which we maintain our vehicles because there's to make it more efficient ways of maintaining them actually does end up reducing pollution and reducing any emissions that might come out of it.
Are you expanding on the current buses?
We're getting double-decker buses because they have more capacity, and they're shorter. So what that means is they can get more buses through the downtown. And particularly the ones in the very long routes, so the outlying areas of Carnarvon at the end and Orleans, they're trying to get places where you have more people sitting and not so many standing. And then they're shorter, so you don't have the long lineups downtown, which hold people up.